Welcome to ACC Student News.
The news students can use. I'm Richard.
And I'm Janae. Here are this week's stories. In a 400 to 27 to 1 vote, the long-awaited Epstein files are going public. It was made clear that the bar for withholding information was set very high, with the only exception being under strict criteria by executive order to keep the interest of national defense or foreign policy. The roughly 100,000 pages of files is set to come out within the next 30 days as mandated by the bill.
Larry Summers, the former president of Harvard University, leaves the OpenAI board of directors after emails between him and Jeffrey Epstein are released. Summers is under investigation as emails surfaced between him and Epstein regarding the solicitation of an underage girl in 2008. Summers has stepped down from all public commitments. Epstein and Summers' emails go as recent as 2017.
In mid-November, the United Nations voted to adopt the Trump administration peace plan for the ongoing conflict in Gaza. The proposal passed the United Nations in a 13-0 vote as Russia and China abstained to vote. The proposal is a 20-point plan that will include a board to oversee the peace and a reform of the Palestinian government, but the details are not clear. The proposal will help Gaza rebuild after the ceasefire.
U.S. Customs and Border Patrol officers have confiscated $2.6 million worth of methamphetamine. The meth was found by Border Patrol officers in Laredo, Texas, inside a tractor trailer hauling batteries. Laredo Port Director Alberto Flores says they short-circuited a major methamphetamine smuggling attempt, preventing poison from reaching the streets of these states. Officials have not yet stated if arrests have been made in connection with the smuggling attempt.
Ground defense systems in Poland and Romania were put on high alert as Russia conducted overnight drone strikes on western Ukraine. The drone strikes were the largest in November so far, with 476 drones and 18 missiles deployed according to Ukrainian Air Force, most of which were intercepted. 2 German Eurofighters and 2 Romanian F-16s were deployed to monitor the border of Russia and of Ukraine and Romania. 26 people were killed in the drone strikes.
A 1940 self-portrait by Frida Kahlo has broken the record for top sale price for a work by a female artist. The portrait, titled The Dream in the Bed in English, sold for over $54 million, surpassing the previous record of over $10 million. The painting is one of the very few to remain in private hands outside of Mexico, since her works have been declared artistic monuments by Mexico.
That is all the news we have for now.
Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Major depression affects more than 8% of American adults each year. 15% of youth in America ages 12 to 17 are affected by major depression. Half of them have full remission of their depression later on in life. And most adults don't see depression as normal for kids of that age. I got this information from Mental Health America.
How are you today?
Alive.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, nice talking to you.
Welcome back to ACC Student News.
Here are the rest of the stories. Superman comic book sells for over $9 million, breaking all-time record for highest paid comic books ever. An original comic book copy of the first edition of the first Superman comic from 1939, which was said to be lying in an attic for decades, it was sold in an auction for over $9 million in value, breaking the previous record of $6 million.
An Indiana man, Kurt Anderson, has been charged with voluntary manslaughter for fatally shooting a cleaning woman who mistakenly went to the wrong home. The shooting occurred in a subdivision of Whitestown, located approximately 20 miles northwest of Indianapolis. Officers responded to a 911 call reporting a home invasion shortly before 7 a.m., found the woman dead on the porch of the residence with a gunshot wound. The gun had been fired from inside the home. A responding officer saw the bullet hole in the front door. The woman's husband mentioned that they had both been together cleaning homes for 7 months, and he was with her when she was shot.
SNAP benefits are reinstated for millions of Americans following the reopening of the federal government. Many are now set to lose them permanently. Nearly 42 million Americans, including low-income families, rely on SNAP to help pay for groceries or household essentials. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has been directing the states to implement new guidance as a part of President Donald Trump's mega bill. This will include new work requirements and decreased eligibility for refugees.
Jets player Chris Boyd was shot in the abdomen outside of a Manhattan restaurant. Police say they have found a possible suspect related to his shooting, although no arrests have been made for the shooting. Chris Boyd said that he is now in stable condition, according to his recent post on social media, saying how he is now finally able to breathe on his own, and he appreciates everyone who prayed for him.
The U.S. National Archive has published newly classified government records on Amelia Earhart. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard said the documents included information on Earhart's last known communications, weather, and plane conditions at the time and potential search locations. Inside this document includes a July 1937 radio log from Itasca, which was the last ship to have radio contact with Earhart. The documents also include military reports about the search, as well as memos, telegrams, and newspaper clippings.
Lawrence Reed, a 50-year-old man, is facing terrorism charges after setting a woman on fire on a Chicago transit. The incident occurred on a CTA Blue Line train. Security video captures Reed walking through the train car with a bottle, approaching the victim. The criminal complaint said after igniting and dropping the bottle, he later picked it up and lit the woman on fire. When authorities arrived, they found the victim on her back with severe burns on her face and body.
McDonald's is launching a Grinch meal in partnership with Dr. Seuss Enterprises, but it has a mischievous twist. The Grinch meal will be hitting McDonald's nationwide on December 2nd. It is inspired by the famous Christmas downer and comes with dill pickle Grinch salt. The fast food chain delivered their press release with a handwritten note from the Grinch himself. Along with the green salt, the meal will include a pair of Grinch-themed socks with scribbled messages from the Grinch himself. Like many things, the meal will be available for a limited time from participating U.S. restaurants. That's all the news we have for this week. I'm Richard.
And I'm Janae. Make sure to check out the rest of our videos on YouTube and follow on Instagram
at ACCTV Hammond.